We only have 5 questions to ask from the finale. How did Oz win? Why Oz didn't kill Sofia? Why Oz killed Victor? The letter Sofia gets in Arkham, and the depressing ending scene. So how did Oz win? Basically, Oz didn't do anything to win. It was all Vic. It was all Victor who did all the planning, who connected all the dots, and who formulated this plan to overthrow Sofia by making all the deputies betray their kings, betray their leaders, betray their bosses, and kill them. For example, Link killed Zhao, and so did all the other deputies or right-hand people. So at the end, we see Sofia is okay with giving everything away, and therefore she burns her father's house after she puts a bounty on the head of Oswald. Then obviously Link sees an opportunity of overthrowing his own boss, and therefore he partners with Vic, and eventually he partners with Oswald, and they formulate a plan to get Oswald to Sofia. Basically tells Sofia that he has got Oswald. Then obviously Sofia makes a plan to meet, only to figure out that everything was planned and Link actually betrays his own boss, and then Sofia is eventually captured by Oswald, and this is how Oswald won. Oswald had the upper hand only because of one man, and that is Vic. Next question, why didn't Oz kill Sofia? Well, that is because he actually made a deal with the councilman of basically making Sofia kind of a scapegoat for all the bad things that have been happening since she got out from Arkham. Because we all know at the start of this season, Sofia was out of Arkham, and after that a lot of bad things happened. The Bliss came into play, the horrible scene we saw at the end of the 7th episode, everything was going to be pinned on Sofia, and that is why Oswald had to keep Sofia alive. Oswald had to give up Sofia to the police. Basically every bad thing that happened was pinned on Sofia, and therefore she was back in Arkham. Next question, why did Oz kill Vic? Vic was the man who literally changed the whole game and made Oz win. And what did Oz do? He killed Vic. The reason is pretty simple, and the reason is quite difficult to digest though, but it's quite simple. Vic called Oz his family.
You're family to me.
And the one thing that Oz have learned now, that family is your strength, but also one of your biggest weaknesses. And sure enough, he had to kill Vic. He just had to kill Vic after that. Do I agree with that? No. But I think that serves pretty well as making sure that who the villain is. Somewhere while watching this series, we all forgot that the Penguin, that Oswald, is actually the villain. We were all rooting for Oswald at some point in time, of course. And that's why they had to bring in that element of the villainous side of Oswald. That what Oswald did, from his perspective, it's right. He doesn't want any vulnerability. But from the viewer's perspective, it's a shock value, and it is a reminder of how cruel Oswald is. I know it's enough to show that Oswald killed his brothers as well, but they have their own reasons and all those things. But now in real time, we were connected to the character of Vic, and we all know what Vic did, and having to kill Vic after that, that was a pretty darn big move and also a shock value. Question number 4, the letter Sofia gets at Arkham. We see Dr. Rush there too. And we all know Dr. Rush had to quit Arkham, but now he's back there. Why is he back there? I think he's just making sure that Sofia is well and good, but I don't think he's doing a good job at that. But anyways, maybe he doesn't know what else to do. Maybe he doesn't know how to live without Arkham, and therefore he's back at Arkham being Dr. Rush. But the important thing, the letter. The letter Sofia gets is from Selina Kyle, and Selina is, of course, we know that she is Catwoman in the Batman movie, and here she says that she is her half sister. Now this is going to be pretty important for the future of this franchise. I do expect Selina gets Sofia out of Arkham, they meet up, they spend a little time together, and she might team up with the Batman too. I know it could be a stretch, but the performance of Christian Milioti in this series was phenomenal. Phenomenal acting performance. Hope she'll have a few scenes in the Batman 2 movie and have a bigger influence in the overall arching story. Let's talk about the final depressing scene. At the end, we see Oswald got everything that he wanted, but he still lost on everything that he wanted. He wanted his mother to be proud of what he has done, but he have his mother, but he doesn't really have his mother as well. And I think that was a pretty good move, because if you think about it, a very generic writing could have been that they kill off the character of Frances, but they didn't. They kept her in a vegetable state. That means she's alive, but she's not quite alive as well. And that is the biggest blow Oswald could have. And we get a proof of that in this scene. He is so deprived of the emotion of his mother telling him, "You did good, Oswald, you are the king, Oswald," and all those things. He is so deprived of that emotion that he makes his girlfriend dress like his mother and say those things to him. That was gross, that was depressing, but it really shows that how powerful the writing was in the finale. They could have, as I said, they could have really killed off the character of Frances, but they didn't. They kept her alive, but also in a vegetable state, and that's the biggest blow Oswald could have had. Well, there you have it, the ending explained of the finale. I'm going to make another video and share my overall thoughts on the finale. Anyways, I hope to see you in that video, and as always, thank you so much for watching.